Is the bookkeeping profession in crisis? Interesting question. There is such a huge amount of change going on in our profession right now. We are seeing the rise and the increase of cloud accounting. We are seeing artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation like bank feeds. And not too long ago, we also saw, for example, Intuit QuickBooks launching Bookkeeping Live Bookkeeper, which is low prices, which is interesting. And what we're going to see over the years to come is increasing downward pressure on prices for compliance work and particularly for bookkeeping. So this video is for you if you're a bookkeeper, a CPA, accountant, you do bookkeeping services. I'm going to share with you my thoughts on where the profession is going, but actually how we overcome that. How do we rise to the challenge? How do we make sure that we can continue to build a very successful accounting practice? My name is Mark Wickersham. I am the author of a number of books, including Effective Pricing for Accountants, A Practical Approach to Value Pricing, and How to Build a Successful Bookkeeping Business. And I'm going to share with you today four ideas, four things that you can do, that you must do to rise to the challenges that we are in at the moment because of technology, because of outsourcing, low-cost competitors, and even the software companies getting in on the Bookkeeping Act. So let's look at those four ideas right now. So the first one, we have to make sure that if we want to stay relevant, if we want to be successful and build a great firm, we have to make sure we add more value. We have to add more value. We have to do more than anybody else. We have to focus on the customer, what they want, what they value, and do more of that. If all we ever do is the compliance, the data entry, the data crunching, then we will be in trouble. Okay, so let's see what else we can do. How can we add value to our customers? How can we do more? Remember that it's not about winning every customer. You don't need to win every customer. You need to win the right customers. And the right customers, when you add value in a way that they understand that's valuable to them, they will buy more from you and they'll pay higher prices. So that's the first thing. Number two, we need to change our positioning. The words that we use, how we communicate what we do is so important. Now, of course, bookkeeping, one of the problems with bookkeeping is it has a low perception of value. People do not see it as being valuable. And if you're a bookkeeper, then my advice is change the language. Come up with a different name for both you and for bookkeeping. If you're a firm of accountants or CPA, don't call it bookkeeping. Come up with a better name, a different name. Words are very, very important. The third thing you need to do is make sure that you become better at telling people what you do. And what I mean by that is your clients have no idea what you do. They're not trained in the profession like we are. They have a vague idea of perhaps what bookkeeping is, for example, but they don't really know what you do. And most important is why you do it. So make sure you systematically, with every client, every potential client, that you have a structure, a system, a process for telling them exactly what you do. Don't simply say, we do bookkeeping, because they don't see that as being valuable. Say, we do bookkeeping. Let me explain the processes that we go through. And I know that as part of bookkeeping, there are dozens of processes that you go through. You reconcile a bank account, you post the bank payments, the bank transactions, you reconcile the sales ledger, you reconcile the sales tax, the payroll. You do so many checks and balances. Make sure you have a process for communicating that to the client. Because when you do that really well, they start thinking, wow, there's a lot of stuff you do. I'm so glad that I'm not having to do all these things. I can see it needs to be done properly. I need a professional. And number four, always give the clients choices, give them options, because everybody values things differently. No two people value things the same. You will have some clients who will be willing to pay you higher prices, but if you don't give them a choice, an option for a premium package, you can't earn premium package fees. So always give choices, give options. I've just written an ebook called How to Price Bookkeeping. And so if you want to grab a copy of that, then below this video, I will put a link. You can grab your copy of the ebook. I'll take you through 5 steps that you can work through to get better prices from bookkeeping, to turn it into a much more profitable service for you to make much more money. And I will also be running very soon a webinar called How to Price Bookkeeping, and I will tell you more about that when you grab the ebook. Watch out for some emails. I'll be telling you about my webinar where we'll go deeper still and I'll help you to make much more money from bookkeeping services. Anyway, if you like this video, click the thumbs up and also look below for those links. Bye for now.